Konnichiwa, hello one and all. Candace Otaku is here with you today. Got a little bit of a different video this time around. Wasn't expecting to be doing this so soon, but that's a nice little surprise for me, I guess. I've mentioned in my previous streams that I had sent in some random items to be graded and encapsulated and whatnot. That started back, I think I sent them in on October 27th, so just before Halloween, and today is November 15th, and I just received this in the mail today, and I believe this is a CGC submission. Sugoi Mart here. That's just a little postcard I'm going to have to cover up the grades for a surprise, though this is a teaser for something that's going to be coming up next month. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, I already got this somewhat ready to go. I cut into it. I have not actually opened it up yet. I took off any, personal information on there, as long as I don't show anything else. So yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, there we go. Pop this open and see what we have inside. I do show, I think there's at least one thing in there that might not have been graded. We'll see here. Oh, I make sure I don't show anything here. So yeah, with CGC, they had a deal where you submit 25 cards. You could get those graded under the bulk listing, so a little bit of a cheaper price. Was not expecting it to be here so soon, which is nice. Let me double check the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, so that's 22 here out of the 25. So that means that there's 2 that did not get graded. I have a good guess on which ones those are, so I'll probably save those for the end. And then there was one more that I guess for some reason I didn't decide to send it with this. It was going to be an error card, but that's fine with me. But yeah, I got a little bit of everything in this submission. Pokemon cards, Dragon Ball, I think it's Dragon Ball Super, and Digimon cards. So I think the Digimon starts here, and then the ones that I was hoping were going to get graded, but I don't think got it, are going to be at the bottom here. So we'll just go ahead and get started with those and see what grades we got. Last time I did it, I went for subgrades because I thought that'd be nice, since a lot of those were ones that, well, I guess it really wasn't too many, but there were some that I kept for myself. Out of this bunch, I don't think there's going to be too many I'm keeping for myself. There might be a handful here. Most of them I do plan on selling. Like I said, the last 2 here are probably the ones I was wanting the most to keep for myself and to, get, the grades on, but I'm not too concerned about that. Like I said, first package to come back from that large return or large submission I did, so I'm really happy that got back so quick. Just gonna be interesting to see what the rest of them should come out to be. All right, so starting off here, we do have a Metal Garurumon, super rare. So not a great impressive one. This is more for my personal collection, and this is first time I've sent in Digimon cards, so I'm not entirely sure what the grades are going to be like. I am on a realistic sense now that probably not going to get any 10s. I know since the last time I did submissions, back then CGC seemed to be like really, really hard to get 10s on, but I've seen a lot more since then, so I might be surprised by something. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll just go ahead and get started here. So the Metal Garurumon, and we got a 9.5, so that's pretty good. Yeah, Digimon card game Battle of Omni from 2021. I honestly forgot the years from a lot of these, so you have to bear with me on that. So, but yeah, this is one I'd be keeping for myself. So a 9.5 is pretty good for me. I'm not going to complain about that at all. And I do like the way the backs of these look. All right, so that's our first one. All right, a second one here is Omnimon, super rare. I think this was going to be one I was going to consider selling. I'm not entirely sure. And another 9.5, super rare. So I'm glad I'm getting these 9.5s. That's, you know, in my opinion, that's a CG or a PSA 10. So yeah, pretty happy with that 9.5, and not too concerned about not having any subgrades on those. Just to have, you know, the base grade on there, that's good enough for me. I do believe most of these here are ones I pulled myself. There might be something that I either got online or through other means, but as far as the main stuff here goes, I am pretty positive that they are ones that I have got myself. All right, Dan Devimon, super rare. And the Digimon cards, that's something, you know, I got into during the pandemic, and you know, a lot of them, it's not. I try to get into the game. I just don't really have anyone around here to play it with. But I am, I do like the art designs on some of these. They do look really nice. Oh, we do have a 10. All right, a pristine 10 Dan Devimon, Great Legends super rare. So this is actually my official first 10 out of CGC. So I'm pretty psyched about that. Pristine 10. I guess there's two different levels of 10s with CGC. Pristine 10. That basically means that, like, out of the four categories for the subgrades, averages out 10 over 9.5. So there's at least one part that probably got a 9.5. But yeah, pristine 10. And if everything got a 10, it would be considered a perfect 10. And I do believe with those, they automatically give you subgrades for those. So yeah, that is a pristine Dan Devimon, which pretty happy with. That's, like I said, my first 10. I'm pretty excited for that. Okay, so here is one I know for sure I just got for myself, because this is one I kept because I just like the design of it. It's an uncommon, so it's not even that like a valuable card. It's just one I really like the design on. It's a Nubismon. And I got another pristine 10. So yeah, yeah, these ones I'm keeping for myself, I am totally fine with getting 10s on, especially because, like I said, these are ones that I pulled myself from, you know, different either, I'm trying to think now, either booster boxes or packs. So yeah, a pristine 10 Anubismon, uncommon. The value of the card itself not even worth grading, but because I was doing a bulk one and just need to get up to 25 to do it, I'm pretty happy with that. So I got two 10s, one right after the other. I definitely was not expecting that. I'm already happy. Well, until we get to the end there, but we'll get to that when we do. Okay, Kresgarurumon, super rare, and I do believe this is one I was going to be keeping for myself as well. Yeah, for me, I was like, a lot of them, like the Garurumons, are ones I really liked. And another pristine 10 there. So that's telling me that apparently the Digimon card game, well, unless I just got really lucky and these ones are just that good, they do a really nice job making their cards, you know, centered, clean, just really, really nice. So yeah, that's, well, from 2 submissions, having 0 10s to having 3 in a row just from this one submission. So I'm, well, definitely happy with that. I probably said happy with that. I'm happy, happy, happy. I'm going to keep saying it until we get a bad grade, or well, until we get to the end. Okay, Omnimon Zwart. And that's another super rare. Oh, and a 9.5. This is the alternate art version, so it's still a pretty nice one. And I do believe this is one that I would plan on selling. I know there's at least, I don't know if this was part of it. It might be. The main cards I sent in, or ones I was looking at that were going to be, you know, of decent value. This might have been one of those because it's one of the alternate arts. And I do know there's a couple others in here that, one I know is going to be higher valued, but definitely keeping for myself, and another that might be around the same price, but I would be planning to sell. Blitz Greymon, Secret Rare. Just a nice little design on that one. And a Mint 9. So, first one below Gem Mint. That's not bad at all. After, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 cards already. And another alternate art. And this was from the, was it the Dash Pack version 1.5. So, nothing too bad there. Still Mint 9 on the higher end. The ones I sent in, I don't think there's anything I was thinking was going to be very low grade. I usually try to keep good care of all my cards. There was a chance that if it was something that I bought from a third party and then decided to send in, maybe there's something I missed on it. But like I said, all of these so far are ones that were from my personal collection, or ones I personally pulled. So next up, our first secret rare. This is the Omnimon X Antibody. And I do remember having a few secret rares, and those are the ones that, you know, are supposed to be the little higher valued ones. And a 9.5 there. That's pretty good. I do think this one was probably or does have an alternate art, which is a lot more expensive, but still a high grade for the secret rare. We are pretty happy with that. Okay. Next up is Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode, another secret rare. And a Pristine 10, and this is an alternate art version from the Special Booster version 1.5. So that's pretty good on that. I really can't remember what the values of some of these were. I think I've got the list down below here that I do have the values on. I just don't want to bring it out until I get through the rest of these to find out for sure if there was anything, you know. I didn't really get any notifications from CGC on if anything was upcharged, like if I got charged extra for anything that was declared a higher value. So I'm not really sure on that. The only things I was like really thinking that might be were these ones at the back here, because I couldn't find anything listed for them. The only thing I did find was kind of a ridiculously high price, but that was probably because, you know, they just aren't around all that often. All right, Secret Rare Metal Greymon. I think this is just a regular version. There's the alternate art that I think is like kind of more akin to the like the Sprite version. And a 9.5 on that. It's from the Special Booster version 1.0. But yeah, I don't think, well, some Digimon cards I think are kind of getting up there in popularity with Pokemon. I don't think it's ever going to get quite as high, but still there's, you know, I'd say there's a fair amount that could be just as valuable as some of the modern Pokemon cards, at least. Okay, this is the alt art for Digimon. And let's see what that grade is. We got a 9.5. And yeah, that's the release special booster version 1.0 alt art on that one. So I'm pretty happy so far. I think, well, I know with my past CGC submissions, I did have some on the lower end, which, you know, a little, not like past, I think there might have been one around 8 or maybe 7.5. Definitely nothing below that, which is nice, but still to see all these, you know, it's been 9 and above, so I'm really happy about that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's, you know, about a little over halfway through now. Yeah, I'll just keep going because, yeah, this one I do think, yeah, the majority of it was the Digimon cards, and then I just kind of threw in some extras in the end of it. All right, so this one is one of the higher end ones I know of. This was the Ancient Greymon Secret Rare, and I believe this is the alt art version. And you know, just looking at that design again, I'm glad I've got into collecting these. Kind of sucks that I spent so much and not really getting to play, but to be able to get some of these cards graded and be able to sell them off, I think is worth it. And we got a pristine 10. That's good. So yeah, like I said, this is one of the higher end ones, and to get a 10 on that is very, very nice. I think the card raw is at least $50, so you know, to get a 10 on that, definitely gonna make that more valuable. And this is one of them that I do plan on selling. I think there's the one, maybe the one right after this, that it's another hot one, but I'm probably gonna keep unless it's, you know, for whatever reason, like either, you know, a lower grade or, you know, not what I was wanting. So yeah, this is the one that I was probably gonna be keeping for myself, even though that's the one that, you know, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, that would be a nice one to own. The Black War Greymon. It's a very nice design, very iconic, and a 9.5. So I'm content with that. For a 9.5, I'm perfectly fine keeping that. Like I said, it was valued around the same price raw as the Ancient Greymon. Very possible that someone would be interested in something like this, especially at a 9.5. But as of right now, I can't see myself parting ways with it just yet. I'd have to sit on it for a while, or even look online to see what the prices are going for it. If it was going for a nice penny, then yeah, I'd probably say maybe. Because I do know for sure that with this submission, it was a little over $400 to get these submitted, and the actual card values was maybe not quite that much. So it's basically a case of, you know, sending stuff in, but maybe not getting the proper value or money's worth out of them. All right, so that was it for the Digimon cards. Excuse me. And now we're going into Dragon Ball Super. This is I can't remember. It's an NHR. It's for Heroic Strike. So it's got your characters are all gathering together for a giant ki blast. And a mint 9 there. Okay. Noble Hero Rare. This one is from Malicious Machinations. And yeah, this is the first time I've sent Dragon Ball Super cards in to get graded, so it's kind of interesting to see how some of these would grade. I don't think in this particular one there was any of them that I was going to be keeping for myself. So yeah, these ones here I'm going to be selling. I just hope that they aren't going to be, you know, selling for next to nothing. More than likely, I would at least, like, the bottom dollar that I'd be asking for them would be more or less like the price it was to get the card graded, because at least that way it's like, well, I get the value back from how much I spent to grade the card, and that's it. All right, so this one is a super rare, and it is a Dark Broly Overwhelming Evil. And I can't remember the name of this set. Like Vermilion Bloodline or something like that. It's supposed to be a really big set that, like the secret rares from this one, Raw, were going for quite a bit. And of course, that was when it first came out. I'm not sure how much it is now. I think some of these I did. Well, I think most of these I did pull myself. It's just that Dragon Ball Super is really rough on me. I'd bought in a couple booster boxes thinking I'd get good hits. Not too many good hits. 9.5 though, so that's all right. And like I said, special rare. Vermilion Bloodline, that's right. So yeah, Dark Broly for that one. Not too bad at all. Oh, and I forgot to show the backs of these. So these ones, yeah, the back is just, the 7 Dragon Balls in the card game. All right. We got another super, or special rare, that's right. SR Super SPR Special. So this is Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku, Protector of the Earth. Nice little design. That's the, this hybrid look of the Saiyans, great ape and human form. And let's see what grade we got on that. That is great. A pristine 10 on that one. Because I know there's a bit of a fan base for the Super Saiyan 4 look, even though it came out of Dragon Ball GT, which was not as nicely reviewed. But still, to get a 10 on one of these cards, I'm pretty happy with. So that'll help raise the value for this card. And actually, with all the 10s I've gotten so far, that should hopefully get me to maybe getting my money's worth back from the grades. As long as it's the ones that I'm willing to part ways with. There's some of these that's like probably the more valuable ones. I'm like, no, I want it for myself. All right, here is the first big one that I was interested in. One of my first major pulls out of the Dragon Ball Super game, or cards. This was the Android 18 Speedy Substitution, and that's a special rare. When I first pulled it, the raw cards were, around the $50 mark. I don't know if it really has went up or not. I know like a PSA 10 on this one is, a few $100s. So if I could get anywhere close to that, I'd be happy. As long as the grade's good. And it's a mint 9, so that's all right. It's up there. It's as long as it's not like, anything lower than a 9. So yeah, well, the main reason why this one's probably so much is because it's got Android 18, and that's one of the more popular female characters in the series. So there's that for you. The Android 18 and a mint 9. Okay, and I think that was it for the Dragon Ball Super. Now I think the rest might be Pokemon. This was where it's probably gonna start dipping in grades, just because these were ones that I was using to fill in that quota for 25 submissions to get to the bulk. So first off, here we do have the Mega Blastoise EX. This is 102 out of 108 from Evolutions. So I think there's another version of this card that's the top version. This would be like the second to best of the Blastoise. It's not a Charizard, so it's not going to be highly, highly valuable, but we'll just see what the grade is. All right, we'll take it. It's a mint 9, so from 2016, so that is not bad at all. I do believe this is one I did pull myself. Just looking at the back to see if there's anything on there that looked like, maybe any imperfections or anything like that. Obviously, I'm not an expert, so that's why I sent it in to get graded. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot I did this one. The Gardevoir EX from Celebrations. So this is one of the newer cards I had sent in. from Pokemon. I do believe this is one of the ones that was on the higher end of the celebrations cards. Of course, you know, one that a lot of people are probably sending in, so maybe not quite as valuable. Just see what the grade is. 9.5. All right, I will take that. That's pretty nice. So yeah, the Celebrations Collection, EX Dragon Frontiers. Did not realize that was from that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I never even realize that they kept the old date on there. So it's basically that card, and then they just stuck the Celebrations marker on there. So yeah, just from last year, but 9.5 on that card. I will take that. All right, down to the last three before we get to my bad news, which was kind of expecting, but well, what do you expect when you're kind of gambling with sending something in that's not really around to be graded or has any history of being graded? But we do have a Galarian Moltres V. I do already see that this one was a little bit thinner on the right side compared to the left, so definitely not going to be a 10. But it was one of the gold cards that I had pulled myself, and you know, for one of the original legendaries, even though it's the Galarian version, but that's still pretty nice. I think these still go for a decent amount. 9.5. Excellent, excellent. Oh, I guess this is from Brilliant Star. So really one from earlier this year. So this one's even newer than the the Gardevoir from Celebrations. But yeah, 9.5 on that. I will definitely take that. Oh yeah, and I did have another one I sent in. This is again to kind of fill in the quota, the Colossal Gold. And again, I could see, you know, a little bit thinner on that side compared to that side. So not going to be a 10. Of course, I thought that one wasn't going to be as high of grade as it was, but we'll just see here. And another 9.5. All right. Definitely fine with that. This one is from Darkness Ablaze. So another, I guess it's a little bit older, from 2020. I don't know if there's really any fans for that particular one, but, you know, that card, that grade, maybe a little bit here. All right, and lastly, I cannot remember what would have been in here, because, like I said, I've got the error card that's still being looked at, and then the other two in here, I'm pretty positive I know what it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, I completely forgot. So yeah, I did get into a little bit of is it the Weiss Schwarz? Yeah, Weiss Schwarz cards, and this is one I had pulled myself from. It was Mob Psycho 100. So this one is Ritsu Fateful Meeting. It is I believe, a super rare, so not exactly a great one, but it was just out of curiosity to see, you know, what kind of grading I could get on something like this. And like I said, more than likely it's not going to be worth anything. I'd probably be listing it online just to, you know, get my money worth back from the grading cost. That'd be about it. And it is a 9.5 though, so hey, that's not bad at all. I guess it is a super rare. I thought it just... Oh, wait, did I say super rare? Yes, I did. Never mind. Ignore me. But yeah, Weiss Schwarz 2020, Mob Psycho 100. I've got several Weiss Schwarz cards that I could possibly send in to get graded. I just don't know if there's really any value to them or not. This was just an experiment for me. I had one that I took to the side from the rest because it was the best pull from the box I bought, and just to see if it would actually do well grading. And yeah, 9.5, that's not bad at all. So yeah, from the ones that I sent in, that was 22. And yeah, to get grades on all those 9 and above is amazing. Because when I first sent stuff in during the pandemic, well, for one, it was about 3 months to get them back. So it was a process. Like I said, this one, it was maybe 3 weeks. So I was definitely surprised I didn't get any notifications online about it. But hey, I'm not going to complain. I got them back. These ones are the ones that hurt because they were the ones I was really looking forward to sending in, just to see what kind of grade I would get. But the thing is, like I said, when I put them in, they did not have actual listings for them, so I did not know what they would actually have, or if they would even be able to. And there might be a chance I could go and send them in through another means or to another company that would actually do more grading with them. Because these ones, they're a little bit different. Of course, they come with a little rejection here. So, ineligible type, which means that they didn't have anything to base it off of or check. Of course, it says Pokemon ND on there. That's not how I put it in. I put them under Weiss Schwarz because it's kind of a subcategory of that. These ones were Precious Memories, and they were the ones of Cubey. So this was one of the first ones, and it's got the gold foil autograph on there. And yeah, I thought, because these were ones I had gotten quite a while ago, and I saw that some Weiss Schwarz cards with a auto like that were going for quite a bit, so I was like, maybe I should send this in. It was, like I said, it was a gamble. I did not know if it would even go for, or if it would even be able to grade or not, because it did not have a listing. Like, I couldn't look it up that way and put it in. And yeah, sure enough, it did not. And that was kind of what I was expecting. I'm not mad. Kind of had a hunch that it was going to be like that. So this one actually has a little tag on it that says it was ineligible, which, at least they were saying, like, it's, it's a card, but just not something that they can do any research on to grade for me. So yeah, it was just another variant of Cubey with that gold foil autograph on there. And of course, the little deal on there saying ineligible type. So, bit of a bummer way to end it, but overall, yeah, I'm not mad. It's because I got, well, I'll quick. Sorry, being a little slow and off and all that with getting these shown off, and with the best camera angle in the world, with the best setup in the world, just my phone. But yeah, very happy with the turnaround time from these. Like I said, from a couple of years ago, being 3-month wait time to them being so quick to do this in 3 weeks. So I'm definitely not complaining about that. I'm more than happy that I was able to get these back so quickly, because the next one that I should be getting maybe within the next week or two is from a new company that I came across called Automated Grading System. They basically do their grading through computer, saying that that's supposed to be the most accurate way of getting a grade. So if their computer grades something at a 9.5, that's through a computer that's doing the proper checks and all that. And I do have, I think it's maybe 11 or 12 cards going through that. And there was some that I had to punch in manually as well, so it's hard to tell if I'll get those ones properly graded or not. If I do, then I might have incentive to try to send these ones back in, because these ones, it's just for me. I was just wanting to see if I could get them graded. They're cards that I'll supposedly could be worth quite a bit, but I'm not planning on selling them anytime soon. And if I could get them graded, that's awesome. If not, I'll put them in. Well, these top loaders here are pretty nice, so I might just leave them in there. But yeah, let me just make stacks right quick here of these grades, and I'll try to talk a little bit while I'm doing it. I'm already doing a horrible job. But yeah, definitely happy with CGC for this experience. I was not expecting any 10s. Not only did I get 10s, I got multiple 10s. So whoever graded my cards this time around was pretty generous. I'm not saying anything like maybe I had someone that was just in a good mood that day, and then like the past times I just had someone that was in a cranky mood. Definitely happy with the fact that such a quick turnaround time. It just tells me that CGC is, well, when I first went with them, I thought to myself that this is a company I want to stick with. I like the way their slabs look. They're sleek. So yeah, when you look at it like this, yeah, 22 cards. 2 of them, sadly, were not able to grade, which is perfectly fine. Was not at the time. I was not really expecting to get a grade out of them, since I had to manually put in the information. Gonna double check here. Okay, so yeah, it was $15 a card to get graded through their bulk submission. Honestly, you know, for $15 a card, and of course you have to have 25 cards, which that's not horrible. But for such a quick turnaround time, yeah, if you ever have any questions about CGC, well, you can always leave a comment in the video down below. I might be able to answer it as best as I can, since I've got a little bit of experience grading with them. But, you know, I can't see myself going to PSA anytime soon. And with grades like this, I'm kind of at a point where I'm at a loss of words, because maybe things have changed, because like I said, you know, a couple of years ago, back around the time of the pandemic, CGC supposedly was very hard to get 10s in. And as you can see here, I've got three that the lowest grades I got, or is it 3 or 4? I can't count. 4. Okay, 4. The lowest grades I got from this submission, a 9. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 here. 9.5 is Gem Mint. That's the grade for a 10 in PSA. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards got a pristine 10. And that was from a little bit of everything, from Digimon to, actually, it might just be Digimon and Dragon Ball. Yeah, 5 of them from Digimon, 1 from Dragon Ball. Yeah, the fact that, you know, my Digimon submissions did so well, that tells me that maybe I should be focusing more on that. Pokemon's been, you know, that market is crazy, over flooded. I've watched people and whatnot that have, you know, huge, like, picnic tables that have stacks going like 20, 30 high, and they're selling them daily. I don't really see anyone selling Digimon cards, especially ones that are graded. So, if there's a market out there for them, like, I'm sure there's people that are interested in them, and especially, if I can sell ones like this that got a perfect 10 on there, I can, maybe see about getting my money back on there. See, it was about $400. So overall, I'm totally happy. I'm grateful for CGC. I'm excited to hear how well my video games get graded. I did send in 2 games to CGC that just started doing video game grading. That's probably gonna take a little bit longer because I don't know their exact process on that. I know a lot of times with video games it takes a little bit more time to grade, and especially if there's a huge market for them. Technically, this was not the first of my submissions to come back. I did get something back from WADA, but that's because they could not grade the game I submitted because they claimed they could not authenticate the seal, which means take it as you will. I don't want to say anything bad about it because I might try to send something else through WADA again, and if I could get something to go through and I get a good grade, I won't say anything bad. Just for bad first experience. But yeah, this was my first submission to come back with grades. I've got the one from the automated grading system for cards that'll be coming back sometime. I've got the CGC games I'll be getting sometime. And then I've got a couple deals from PSA for autographs that I sent in to get authenticated. So hopefully we'll be seeing that sometime. The next video could be coming up within the next week, or it could be early next year by the time I get the others. It's hard to tell, just depending on how busy those companies are with their grading processes. I guess the last thoughts are, if you need any, I can't even think of the words. If you need any motivation to maybe make that leap, send some stuff in to see how well they grade. You look at this is CGC stuff. I pulled it myself. Great grades. Usually if you look at it and it looks nice, go ahead and send it in. Highly recommend it, especially if you can, snag a few 10s, because it seems like their CGC is getting a little more towards the side where they're not, being super strict on how well they grade. So that's excellent. I'd rather pay $15 and get a 10 instead of, spending an arm and a leg at PSA. And that's basically your incentive for getting the 10, is that you're spending so much, and then they decide, oh yeah, I guess that deserves a 10, even though there's like something extremely wrong with it. Oh, and I almost forgot, I do have that error card coming back. Honestly, it's not going to be a great one. It's honestly a $5 card that just had a little error on it that might bring the value up to like $10 for all I know. But yeah, I guess this video has been going on for about 40 minutes now, so I better go ahead and wrap things up. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you don't see this online, it means that I completely screwed up this video, and I do apologize. But that's it for me for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you later, and take care.